I didn't want to watch it because Scarlet Spider wasn't in it.
Scarlet
Well,
Spider was in it.
she actually was at the
He
end.
Scarlet
Or
Spider?
he.
Scarlet
Like,
Spider, Ben Riley,
oh, really?
my favorite superhero. Yes,
With the black and red costume?
with the hoodie,
Oh, with the blue one? It's
the
the blue
blue
one?
hoodie over the red spandex. Are the
Okay.
black and red? Are you talking about Scarlet Spider Kane Riley?
Yes, yes, that's the one I'm
That
thinking
was a
of.
pretty good run.
I
I
love
like
that
that a
one. The
lot.
one where he like I think the first issue is when he comes off the bus.
Yeah, and then he just hangs out with a chick for like 23 issues and then disappears forever.
Yeah, I love King,
Um,
man.
he was Kane Riley. The next time he was in a comic was the New Warriors, which is a pretty
Really?
good run too. And then it was the Spider Verse stuff, and then I dropped
Was
off on it.
was he still the Scarlet Spider?
Yeah,
I was tempted to watch it just because Spider Punk is in it. I love Spider
Spider
Punk.
Punk was pretty good.
I love
Spider
Spider
Punk
Punk.
was hilarious. I hated Gwen, and I still don't like Gwen.
But
I like
I
Gwen.
I don't like Gwen. Why do you like
I
Gwen?
How do you not like Gwen? What do you not like?
The fact that she's leading Miles on,
I don't
and
think
you
she
know,
is.
yeah, I mean, she was. And
I
yeah, they
didn't
kept,
watch this movie,
yeah,
so
I'm
I
saying
don't
the
know.
movie they kept throwing it all the time that basically she was dating Spider Punk, basically.
It did feel like she was dating Spider
Yeah,
Punk.
they kept.
Don't interrupt
Miles
the opening,
Morales.
Athgeek.
Oh my bad.
Spider Punk trumps Miles Morales every day.
Well, I'm
Sorry.
not denying that, but I'm saying the way he was like leading, because she kept being like, "Oh, I want Miles to be happy," but everybody else is like, "Well, you always at Spider Punk's house." He was like, "You left your shirt over there, you left your toothbrush over there." And I was like, "Yo, then why are you over here flirting with Miles? What's going on?"
Right?
What's going on?
Hey, wait. As someone who is as a what do you call it? A habitual flirter, it doesn't always mean you're leading people on.
This
Well, no,
was
but no,
not
no.
just yeah.
I'm sure you
Come
saw
on.
the trailers. Her leaning over there. They were like
I
wanting a
didn't watch the
relationship.
trailers.
Oh yeah, she's like leaning on him. She came to see him. She wanted to be in a relationship with him. But I'm like, you can't have both parties. You can't have
You
Spider
I'm
Punk
gonna
and
can.
be
Miles.
It's
honest with you.
2023. You can.
I mean,
Yeah, yes, you can. But I don't like when two people with the same powers get together. It feels like they're brother and sister to me.
yeah, that's a bit weird to me too. That's a bit weird. Two spider
They
people
don't have
getting
the
together.
same powers though.
Yeah.
I
mean,
mean,
they just both
spider
shoot glass.
powers, but Miles is really the only one that's really like as
He has the shock powers.
yeah,
Of
the shock
Yeah, he's
Venom.
different. He's got the
Well,
invisible.
he's an anomaly. So
Is he?
He's in bad shape.
you need to watch the movie because they go over how he's an anomaly.
Well, I mean, no, I get why he's an anomaly. Like
He was never supposed to be Spider-Man because he got bit by a spider from a different universe. So
what?
yeah, so he took
That's something just from the movies, right?
yeah, they took
Yeah.
something. Yeah. So now another universe doesn't have a Spider-Man. So I guess they're using this to bring in, the multiverse.
They already had the multiverse.
I know, but I'm saying to add on to it, like it goes with that's what I meant to say.
Multiverses
I mean,
are so
if-
hot right now, man. That's
Yeah.
what it's all about.
If we don't get a Spider,
Literally talking about something with a multiverse today.
Yeah.
If we don't get a Spider-Ham movie, I don't care.
I don't want a movie. I want a series.
I want
no.
all the Marvel, the dog, Captain America.
So are spider powers genetic? Like, because
Yes.
what's up with Peter's daughter? Like, trying to be, they taking her everywhere with the.
They are genetic.
Like, are they genetic? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. Like, sometimes they're genetic. Sometimes they say they're mythical. Sometimes there's a family of vampires hunting down all the spider people to eat them. That's just how it is.
Goddamn.
Did you just clap for me?
Mosquitoes, huh?
Hey there,
yes.
kiddos. Welcome to Dad's Anime Stash, where we talk about Spider-Man
And
for a good
kill mosquitoes.
5, 6, 7, 20 minutes before we get into the review.
But man, I really do wish I want a spider. What is it? Spider pork? Oh, it's Peter Porker. That's his
Peter
name.
Porker.
Yeah.
The Incredible Spider Ham.
Spider Ham. Man, I miss Spider Ham.
Yeah, he just got out of rehab, so he can voice.
What? He was in rehab? You're lying to me.
Well, not Spider-Ham. John Mulaney, the guy who voiced him.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
And he's
that's all good.
stating that chick I hate
Who?
from Attack of the Show, Olivia Munn. God, she annoys me.
Oh, I love Olivia Munn.
Really? Why?
Because I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
To each their own.
I mean, I just like G4 and I like Olivia
So
Munn.
horrible. She was so horrible as Psylocke. She was so annoying.
She wasn't bad as Psylocke. The movie was just bad.
Everything was bad. She was a bad actress too. She's still a bad actress, probably.
What does this have to do with the anime we're reviewing tonight?
We don't want to talk
because Psylocke makes psychic swords, and this anime is called Reincarnated as a Sword. I am actually trying to stall until Mark gets here.
And Psylocke,
we always leave him out of half of it.
Is of Asian. No, she's not Asian American. She's just straight up Asian, isn't she?
She's not American. She's British.
Yeah, no. I thought she was straight up from Asia, but I forgot she was British. So yeah.
Hold on.
And Japanimation.
I'm not gonna lie.
Animation?
I don't remember. I think it's called Afghanistanimation.
Ooh, no, I don't want to watch that.
Why not?
Cause it sounds terrible. Afghanistanimation.
I mean, I guess.
All right. So I just talked to Mark. He's going to be late. Anyway, let's talk about Reincarnated as a Sword.
All righty.
Well,
all right. So why would we not? Reincarnated as a Sword was pretty good. Yeah. I got to give it a lot of credit.
It wasn't terrible.
It was an isekai, and it had no pedophilia. I was blown away.
No.
I mean, I don't know. There wasn't really any, but the way that they kept trying to make the guild master, they're like, oh, he might have a little thing for girls. He's like, prove that he showed I don't have the thing for little
I'm just talking about the sword. He's talking about how she was hot.
He said cute. There's a big difference.
He did not say
he
hot.
thought of her as a daughter, which was my favorite part of the whole thing.
Yeah,
which was later, not at first. Like when they first met, he definitely was a little bit more on the.
Well, I thought he was just like she's a cute little kid.
Yeah, he showed no romantic interest in her.
I think Sai watched a different version than we did.
Maybe he did.
I mean, it's just
Sai, you watched the dub, right?
Yes.
Did you watch it at like 2x speed?
No.
Well,
why would I watch it at 2x speed?
If you wanted to. Just something you could do.
I should have watched it at 2x speed.
Well, I watched it at basically half speed because I watched it twice.
I mean, technically, I watched it twice as well.
Yeah, so me and Athgeek get twice as much pull in the voting this week.
No, because I never get twice as many pulls whenever I watch something twice.
Because you didn't ask for it, but you could have it.
You know, that's not how that works. It's just,
that's always been how it works. It's in the bylines of the podcast.
Okay.
Yep.
In the contract we all signed.
Okay, well, since I watched 5 times.
All right, anyways, the basic premise of the show
is bad.
I don't want to talk about the basic premise.
It is a bad premise.
It is a bad premise.
Yeah, I mean, it's an isekai.
No, it's an isekai.
No, all isekais are no, all isekais are bad premises.
No, here's the thing: isekai wasn't a bad premise 15 years ago.
Yeah, but I say 15 years ago.
No,
3 out of every 4 animes was an isekai.
Even still, but being reincarnated as an inanimate object is a terrible premise.
So we're not gonna be watching That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Vending Machine in like 2 weeks.
I'm not.
Hopefully not.
I'm watching that one. So
I'm not.
Look, you talked up the sword, and I was like, all right, maybe it's not that bad, and it wasn't. It's pretty good. The vending machine, I don't want it.
I'm not watching it.
You don't want to see a vending machine in a fantasy world?
No.
No.
Him using
That
like
sounds
a snack
mythic.
attacks, like
No.
with like his little ghost arms looking like a Pokemon. Yo, the trailers look hilarious. I think. Come on now, you have to watch it just for the memes at least. Come on.
No.
No, we've got those billionaire submarine memes. We're going to be
Yeah,
dining
that is
out on
true.
those
That's
for
true.
another
That's
2
true.
weeks. We don't need anything else.
What billionaire submarine meme?
What does that mean,
Oh,
Sai?
yeah. I guess he hasn't been online.
I don't.
Makes sense.
The 5 billionaires who popped into a submarine and it probably exploded?
When? Oh, the Titan. Is that what
Yes.
the Titan thing is? Oh,
Yes.
I heard it passing by. I didn't even. Not in
It's-
my life. Not my problem.
Listen, that's how I feel until things are hilarious. Okay?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I didn't know it was a meme.
This- oh, man.
But
So
yeah,
many memes.
But
It'll
so,
probably
do y'all
be an
think that-
isekai next season.
Do you think Friends ever gonna evolve? Or
Yeah, she better.
I don't think there's really a point. I get why she wants to evolve, but I don't think there's really a point to it. I think her staying like a unevolved black cat can like show like you don't need to be evolved and you don't need to do all these other things and y'all can respect them as is.
Okay, so we started to talk about the premise and then we stopped. Why? What does evolve mean and who is Fran?
We
Maybe
don't
should
know.
get
They
into
never
that.
showed us. They never told us. They never showed us. They just said, "I'm going to evolve."
Okay,
All
well, Fran is the main, the one of the main characters, the black.
No, the main
cat.
character is a sword.
I said one of.
I know.
I
One
will
of
say
the-
this is my second favorite teacher anime.
Yeah.
No,
Shout out to the teacher.
this is. I mean, I've only seen 3, and this is number 3.
All
What's
right,
your
so-
what are your other two?
GTO Assassination Classroom.
And Assassination Classroom was a really good one.
I hated Assassination Classroom.
What?
But I did watch Please Teacher. I'm gonna put that below this.
I'm pretty not like big on Assassination Classroom, but it's still better than this.
I wasn't into it. But we
I
can't all
wasn't
be into
it as
everything.
much.
I'm not into Hell's Paradise. So sometimes things
Hell's
aren't that good.
Paradise is very fun-ish.
Is it? Or is it
Hell's
is it
Paradise
just
is
like
good.
is it just like Demon Slayer where
It's-
there's no
it's
fights,
not.
there's just
Oh, it's not.
backstory.
I think you
It's
need to watch
exactly
Hell's
like-
Paradise.
You need to watch
watched
it.
the first 9 episodes the other day. Every time someone throws a punch or swings a sword, I
Well,
have to
you
watch
gotta-
a 5-minute backstory.
Okay,
I
I
don't
think
care.
Okay, wait, hold up. Rewind a little bit. I think we got to add some context to this. This isn't one of those anime that's supposed to be just 12, 13 episodes. This is one that's going to continue on. So think about like how you were talking about Demon Slayer, where all the backstories, they have to do the world building because this is going to be one of those anime that has 3, 4, 5 seasons.
And
lot of
it's
lot of
an,
those other
it's an
anim-
ensemble piece as
Yeah,
well.
a lot of those other animes that like move fast, those are supposed to be just 13 episodes or 26 episodes at max, and then we never watch them again. Like they don't get another season 2 or season 3. So that you got to be fair. A lot of if you go back and look at a lot of like popular anime
But I can get what
nowadays,
he's saying too.
like the early on, there's a lot of world building because they know they're gonna be around for a while. They don't have to rush it.
Yeah.
Okay, but you do world building without interrupting every fight 13 or 14 times.
Well, I can understand that. I can see where you're going with it. I'm just saying that the world building is important so that they can continue on.
I'm not saying world building's not important, but I'm saying Cowboy Bebop built a whole world in 26 episodes. So, I don't think the- What do you mean? You don't understand the world of Cowboy Bebop?
It is not a great world. Tell me about the mafia.
They want Red Eye.
That's it. That's all you know. If the
Yeah, they're-
26 episodes,
I know that they're not that important.
they are important. They're a huge part of his backstory.
Yeah, and we don't need to know it. It doesn't matter that much.
So
Yes,
we're gonna
it
talk
is.
about
We
the
know
anime we're
enough.
reviewing today.
Okay, so Reincarnated as a Sword does not have 9 million episodes of backstory every time the sword swings.
'Cause
It's
supposed to
great.
be- Do you think it's gonna get a season 2?
No,
Or
Yeah,
how it
it's
ended?
already announced.
It is.
No,
It really is
I'm not
announced?
watching it.
I didn't know that. I didn't see that, but I mean, you don't have to watch it. So I'm
I'm
gonna
not.
watch it.
Well, that's the thing. It's announced with no date. So,
yeah.
for
As
whatever
long as
that's
it's announced, because it's like you never know. Like a lot of these, they're meant to be like like I was just saying, like the 13 episodes. But this is one based on how it ended. I could see it getting a second season. I just wasn't sure if it ever was going to, or if they were just going to leave it how it was.
No, I'd be interested. I'll watch second season if they make it, but I do also think this could have been. I would have rather watched this as a 26 episode anime where everything's wrapped up.
Yes.
As opposed to being seasons and trying to go for 20 years.
That's how everything goes now. It's not. It's probably they just planned on doing 2. I don't know. Probably depends on where the manga is.
I think the manga's finished, but I think the manga was pretty long.
Really? I'm surprised.
Why? Why did you hate this so much?
Yeah,
I don't hate it. It's just not.
Can you give or before we haven't even explained what the anime is about?
Okay,
we're 15 minutes in.
Athgeek.
I
listen.
said it's mid. It's completely mid.
But that's not explaining what it's about.
Here's what I want you to do. Athgeek, you explain the anime, and then Sai, you tell us what happened in your childhood to make you hate good things.
All righty. So we have our main character. He obviously eats a guy and reincarnated as a sword. He uses telekinetic. Oh, there we go.
And that's pretty much the
look at the timing, Josh.
Story,
look at that timing. Right when we
it's right on time for us to explain the anime.
Oh my god, he stalled so long. We were like, okay, let's finally start explaining it. I'm mid explanation, and then Mark joined.
No, you had finished it. That was it.
I literally just said he got reincarnated.
As a what? As a what?
As a sword, but that's not explaining everything. Oh, brother. How about we have Mark explain it since he just showed up?
All right, everybody, we're going to give Mark 10 minutes of uninterrupted time,
so
and he's going to explain it.
Stuff he likes.
We're all going to be completely silent for 10 minutes while Mark explains it.
Got it. That'll be the entire synopsis of the anime, but I don't remember any names, but I did watch the whole thing this time. So yeah, I remember it's the first time I ever watched one of the Reincarnated series, but yeah, this guy, I'm guessing he gets hit by a car. I don't know. That's all it really doesn't really show a whole lot. And he wakes up as a sword in like a field in a fantasy world, but he's a sentient sword and he can like move around with telekinesis. So he starts powering himself up by killing all these monsters, and then he finds a cat girl who wields him, and they go on an adventure together as she's wielding him to build up her own power because she wants to evolve, and he just wants to be a really strong sword and help her evolve and achieve her dream. And it's an anime about their journey and leveling up and powering up and all that.
How could you forget her name?
I don't remember anyone's name.
Fran.
It's Fran. Like the nanny.
Oh yeah, like the nanny. Yeah.
The nanny. That was a great show. I used to watch that Nick at Night.
That was a good one.
I used to. It's gonna blow your mind, Athgeek. I used to watch it when it came on TV at night, like live. Here's another thing that's gonna blow your mind. Do you know what I was doing earlier today? I ripped CDs. You're like, what does that mean?
You did what?
I ripped CDs.
Is that the same as like burning them?
So it's the opposite. You copy CDs to your computer. So I took these CDs. Look, these are CDs.
Yeah.
And I found my.
There's things on a computer called the disc tray.
So I found my disc tray.
You hit the button and it opens.
I don't think I own a single computer with a disc tray.
Okay, I don't either. But I have a portable one, and it was in my closet, and I found it, and I got it out, and I ripped these CDs. So now I have copies of them because they're not on Spotify.
I only have a disc tray.
Bands that broke up 15 years ago.
I only have a disc tray because when I was building this new computer, I have like a full tower, so it's got like 5 open slots for like hard drives and everything, and I had a disc tray for my old computer, so I was like, why not? It's got the space.
Might need it one day. I don't know.
I mean, it's been used. I mean, that one time that I installed the operating system when I first built it, and then that was about it.
I think mine was just
installed the operating system from a disk.
Yeah, mine was just preloaded onto the CPU.
Because I built it from scratch.
I did too.
I didn't have I didn't have anything pre-installed. It was like a brand new, like everything was brand new. Like
everything, I put it together myself. Like mine.
Where'd you get a free operating system? Usually you just I didn't buy mine, but like normally
I bought it with my CPU.
Oh, I didn't buy mine. My friend's dad used to work for IBM, so he gets like
You stole it.
No, I don't know. They gave him like
rich.
10. He got like 10 copies a year that he could give to like family and stuff for working there.
You're not his family.
No,
Does he
Yeah,
know?
it must be nice to be rich.
so he get. They was not rich, but
I mean, he worked for IBM.
well, yeah. I don't.
And he
ever
gets
fully know
10
what he did, but
He gets 10 free operating systems.
That's
a
how
year.
they
That's
paid him.
pretty rich.
That's what they gave him instead of health insurance.
they're like, look, we could give you a pizza party or like another operating system, so it's up to you.
Damn sure take it operating
I know,
system
right?
over a
That's
pizza
yeah.
party.
But like when I build my next computer, I will have to buy. Well, it actually ironically be the first time that I've ever had to buy an operating system because I always just got it from my friend's dad.
Just get it
Why don't
off
you just
CD
get
keys or
them?
something for $1.13.
I probably will.
I just downgraded from Windows
So
11.
Athgeek, a
because it
CD
was
key
junk.
is this.
So that time I got reincarnated as a sword.
Yeah. The problem is I liked it a lot, but with 11
It was-
episodes, there's not a lot I can say.
It was short, yeah. That was the problem. I did enjoy it. I binged it pretty quick, but yeah, that was part of the problem. I finished it and I was like, okay. I mean, season 2 is starting soon, right?
No.
It hasn't been announced the date yet.
I thought I
As
saw
per
something
Josh.
on it.
He said they got a season 2, but they don't have a date yet.
Oh, they just like said, "Hey, we're doing it," but that's about it. Okay, I just saw something about that they were doing a season 2, but I assumed they were like they released some sort of info.
Do you maybe have some insider info you'd like to give us? You can lie.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I do. Yeah, it's gonna come out in 2025 or early 2025.
That's not great because I think the new Fast and Furious movie comes out in 2024. So
Well,
I'd like
the
it to
new
beat that to market.
it probably won't. It might beat that, but it's not going to beat the next Avatar, which got delayed.
Of course. It took 20 years for the second one to come out.
Yep, I don't know, Disney. I don't know. They made normal Disney stuff, but they pushed all the avatars back. So it'll be like 26 years between the first and the last one when it's all said
That's
and done.
fine. Who cares?
That's fine.
They could
The
just
first
cancel
one
them all.
wasn't a
What
good
would be the
movie.
difference?
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, Athgeek was very excited when the wheel landed on this.
I was because
It was appropriate.
It was
emotion.
about time we got an anime prior to 2015.
Well, hey, you weren't on the episode, but we reviewed VV Fluorite, which is from 2019.
Oh,
So
I think y'all should have
We've
two
reviewed
wheels: a
several
current
things.
wheel and an old wheel. Y'all should just
We've
split it
reviewed
up.
several things. No, you just have a really short new anime thing that most people don't.
Well, no, I understand the nostalgia, but
No,
I mean,
hey, like,
This is
I
not
thought-
always nostalgia.
I'm saying
sometimes
like
I think
more
a lot of
than
times
10
because I
years,
grew like we've gone
20
over this.
years is
I
new.
grew up watching anime, but I watched way more afterwards. Like after about like 2015, like after I graduated high school, I started watching it even more. So
I've always only watched anime.
I mean that's good. I didn't only watch it, but I did watch it.
Yeah, I usually
Yeah.
only watch anime and The Nanny. So this was
I
like
didn't
the
watch
greatest
The
mixture in the
Nanny.
world for me.
it's true. I mean, it was good. I mean, I like the actual like
Good is a strong word.
callback
So-
to the sword killing things.
So Mark,
Yeah.
Sai says the sword is a pedophile. What do you think?
I didn't say he was a pedophile.
You did say that there was
I
hints of
said-
pedophilia.
No,
Here's the only problem.
I'm saying
I
it
was like,
wasn't as
we
honest
don't
as y'all
know-
were making it seem.
It's a
Yo-
master.
Yeah. I definitely can see the vibe of that. The only
would
reason
you-
why it's hard to say anything is like we don't know how old he was when he died. Like, what if he was 14 and then he got killed by a car? Like,
Yeah, but he doesn't show any romantic interest in
Yeah,
Fran.
he doesn't. I don't.
no,
see
like
he does.
he's even like tried to go against like when she was going into the bath, he was like, "All right, have fun," and she was like, "No, you're coming with me," and he was like,
he
"No,
was
that's okay,
blushing.
I don't want to."
And he was blushing.
He was blushing.
If you're not attracted to him, you just wouldn't be attracted to him. You wouldn't blush.
No,
Yes.
I mean,
Why
people
would you
can-
blush?
people sometimes just blush because they're embarrassed.
Yeah, that's like that's what I'm about to say. Like it could be an embarrassment thing. Like no, please don't take it because he's more embarrassed than anything.
Embarrassed about what? He's a sword.
He doesn't
have anything to be embarrassed.
But he. So we're gonna ignore context that he used to be a male.
Yeah, I think it's still the memories of like he knows that this isn't like an acceptable thing to do, and so it's pretty embarrassing. But like he can't exactly be like, no, you can't bring him in there because in my past life I was a 20-year-old dude.
Yeah,
he could have done that.
But I mean, he could have that anyway. But I don't think it would have made a difference because she's like she just admires him as a teacher. I don't think it would have made a difference regardless of what he said.
Exactly, Sai.
No, because whenever I bring these arguments up, y'all are like, "Oh no."
Show me an example.
Raftalia and what's his name?
What about? I wasn't in that argument when y'all had that debate. The fact that Raftalia is like 2 years old.
She's not 2 years old.
Obviously not 2, but I'm like she's young. She's like a child,
but he doesn't have any emotions.
He sees her. I think he sees her
as a kid.
There's like a. I think because there was that whole.
But he's a kid. He's a kid who sees her as a kid.
He's like He's like 17, but
she's 15, right?
No, she's like 4 or 5. Because she remember they talking about 10. My bad. I know she was young. I remember because they were like Beast people age faster, and that was the whole point of it. But I remember they had that scene where she was still a kid, and that's how he was seeing her. And they were like, and they finally opened his eyes, and she's an adult, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." So I think he sees her as a little kid, as like a little sister.
Yeah,
that's how I see Mark.
It's true.
As a little sister. You see Mark as your little sister.
Yeah,
what's wrong with that?
Yeah, Josh is my big brother.
That's
what's wrong? What's wrong, Athgeek?
Right.
I was just asking.
It's 2023, Athgeek.
I want some clarification. That's all I was asking.
Yeah, you're like our.
Just because it's 2023 doesn't mean it's right.
It's
Athgeek, I see you as my uncle.
I was gonna say, do we go
a young uncle? Yeah, the youngest one in here.
That's completely possible.
Yeah, that's possible.
But like the one that we don't acknowledge.
Yeah.
But like still shows up to like family parties that like you clearly weren't invited to.
Yeah.
No, I see him like the uncle my dad hates because he became a criminal and my dad's a cop.
That's fair. Like the whole Miles Morales thing.
Yeah. It's a callback to what we talked about
earlier.
I've always thought of you as a father figure.
I know. Thank you.
That's true. I mean, Sai is
I've never had a good father figure, so I figured, whatever.
I never said I would be a good one.
Just a one.
I am one.
We know.
I'm everyone's father.
Yeah. Well, you're the boss, Sai.
I'm like Genghis Khan.
That's a killer reference.
It is.
We got this sword. So
yeah.
Fran starts out. She's a little black cat who's a slave.
Yeah.
And then one day she runs into this sword. The sword has killed every animal in a forest and is super strong. So anyone who picks up the sword is going to be super strong. So Fran picks up the sword, right?
Well, I thought he fell into that area that had no mana. Like he was like,
he fell into like a mana.
And then he like sat there for like how long? Like multiple.
They didn't really ever explain what the heck that was.
Yeah,
like
why pretty overpowered.
Yeah, because it was
I don't recall.
It was like a mana trap. Anything into the ground.
Episode.
No, I remember everything surrounding it, but I don't remember that part.
Yeah, it's when after he kills the last animal in the fourth quadrant, and then he flies and he just falls.
That's a dragon, right?
Was it?
Yeah, and then he falls.
The last thing he fights is the wolf, isn't it?
I thought it was a dragon.
I thought he fought the dragon second. The bear is or was it the turtle?
I don't know.
The bear he kills the 4 beasts in some order.
Was the wolf there?
I remember he fights Genbu, and then Suzaku
the blob
fucks
creature
the
was
bird.
First. The blob creature was first.
Suzaku definitely fucks.
He definitely fucks the bird.
That's a reference to a different anime.
Yeah, I told a friend of mine that too, with our theory on that. Like a friend that was a big Yu Yu Hakusho fan, and I was like, "No, I know, I like our facts on it." And I was like, "All right, you know that whole arc, right?" And they were like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, you know Suzaku and that whole thing." They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You know he fucks that bird, right?" And they stopped for like a full 10 seconds. They were like, "What?" I was like, just rewatch the
Was he
episodes.
high?
Just rewatch the episodes of him and the bird with that thought in mind, and then go back and tell me he's not fucking that bird.
Was he high when you said that to him?
Who knows?
How
Probably.
would you not know? I think we were kid. I was probably a kid the first time I watched that, and I was like, he's fucking that bird.
It's definitely fucked up.
Anyway, back to
Yeah.
the sword. Back to a
Yeah.
anime where no one's getting fucked. So, what were we talking about?
We were trying to
kills the
figure out what he
beasts.
killed.
In what order? But
He kills all four of the
He
beasts.
kills
It doesn't matter.
everything.
They're
Goes
dead.
to
Probably
Fran. She
does.
picks him up. She knows how. She gets all. Well, it's only the abilities that he can share with her.
He shares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're a hell of a lot of abilities.
There's a
Aren't
lot. Yeah.
Like they just kind of go, yeah, I can share ability, and they never say how many. I don't think.
Right. It's also interesting that like the other people that like train normally have just regular powers without holding their weapons, but like
Well, he's an intelligent weapon.
No, yeah, but I'm saying like, shouldn't she also be able to like learn stuff on her own? Like
She
everyone
does
else?
Yeah,
eventually.
she has
She
her own
does.
skills.
Yeah, she has to, but she
Because you
wasn't. She
remember
didn't-
when he
Yeah.
was fighting the Dracula demon? Whenever she didn't have him. No, the spider.
the spiders
Trickster
when she
spider.
Well,
Yeah.
she didn't use any magic though. She can't use any magic
she
or any of her
doesn't have any
skills.
magic.
Yeah,
without
that's
them,
yeah.
But she can fight hand to hand combat.
Well,
She's
yeah,
not a
yeah,
fighter,
has
remember?
skills.
Yeah, she's got the agility as like her black hat, but I'm like, it's interesting that like she can't use any magic, but like,
Well, it's because their skills are combined. Because
Yeah,
they talked
she-
about that. They talked about that,
And-
like how when he gets his skills, they with like the storm magic in the spider era episode.
Oh, yeah.
They were like they combined their skills together so we can both do it. But it's only
And
when
that
they're
might
together.
be something you see more in season 2. It's like, why would she ever prepare to fight without that sword? Well, now she knows it could happen.
Mhm.
Maybe she'd be practicing some of those skills on her own.
Yeah,
That's true.
not sharing.
Like, why
with
would she try to learn the magic when she always has it readily available?
yeah, that's true.
But
I will
anyway,
say, yeah, but they
go ahead.
kill things. No, I was gonna say, I did like that they threw back to him killing
Did he fight
all
a
those
demon?
creatures.
They did.
Yeah.
I mean,
fight
yeah,
a
he
demon.
fought
okay.
in the first.
No, I'm
dungeon.
just trying to make sure I'm not.
Oh,
mixing
yeah.
this up with
No,
aristocrat.
I thought that was like a
in
nice
another world.
continuity little tie-in when they were like in the guild and they're like, oh yeah, the A-ranked adventurers investigating
wasn't.
all the forest because there was a disturbance of all the creatures, and he was like, oh, that was me. They killed everybody.
It
I was
is
just-
amazing how there's no delayed gratification in this. Like, every moment is cathartic. Like, we see her as a slave for half an episode, and then the sword breaks her master's neck, and then you're like, yeah, awesome. Keep doing that. And then she meets the blue cat, and then
That was a terrible fight.
that's not what it was about.
Yeah, it was literally just about her getting revenge and killing the blue cat.
And you know what?
I
That
mean-
fight, what I liked about that fight was like she chopped his arm off, and I didn't have to watch a 15-minute backstory about how he worked that arm out and he was really strong in that arm, you know? Because that's I don't know
would've
why people like
rather-
that in anime, but people do.
I would have rather that.
They
I didn't
explained
care
the
about
entire history of blue and black cats, and then we moved on.
And
They
then
just
she
said they enslaved them. That
and
was
she
it.
chopped
What
all of his.
more
they
do
were-
you need to hear?
Yeah.
Sai?
You need to
They're
get
in,
them.
Yeah,
They're
you want to know
murder-
why? Other than the fact that they're
they-
a-holes?
they're committing genocide against black cats.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
What?
is I
Did you
mean,
watch the anime?
I watched the anime, but
He,
like
he even says
without
himself,
proof-
I lost
yeah.
track of how many I killed.
he killed.
That's what he said. I
Yes.
killed.
That's one person, not the entirety.
But
But she says it's all blue cats.
yeah, blue cats have a
Him specific- It's not
And
like
you're
she knew
trusting
him.
a child to be a historian.
This is an anime. That the whole reason they like.
But it's
She's
still
giving us the
storytelling.
back- she's
It's
I mean,
giving
still
us
also,
storytelling.
like, she's 12. Like, she's old enough to know her
What?
parents telling
she
her,
12?
like, the blue cats
She
killed.
was
Sai, what's
sold
going
into
on
slavery
here?
by a blue cat. They
Sai,
killed
what,
her
what, are you
parents.
trying to, what are you trying to do right now? Sai?
Okay.
They did kill her parents, and oh my god! Speaking of that parent scene, that's so crazy. That last episode.
It
Oh,
wasn't.
where they
Oh, yeah.
tie it in that, like, it's
Yeah, that-
she's
that
the
makes-
adventurer that.
It makes sense why she was
Uh,
clingy to her now.
I
And she
totally
can say-
called that.
I'm sure you
I'm
did.
not gonna
That's
lie.
cool.
That was pretty obvious.
Yeah, but I'm
See?
saying, but even if it was, I'm saying, yeah, it's still like a nice thing. It's still really good.
But yeah, you're right. But it bugs me
yeah.
that Amanda didn't just say okay, so
I wish she would have said
topic.
it too.
There's a high-ranked adventurer named Amanda who really likes Fran, and in the end you find out it's because she owns an orphanage, and Fran's parents were at that orphanage. And at no point does Amanda just come out and say, I knew your parents. Why?
She just says,
why not?
She tells her about the story about how she knew 2 black cats before her
who had
similar dreams.
Doesn't she also say that they had a daughter?
What?
Yeah.
She doesn't. She says it, but she
doesn't say it.
She doesn't tell Fran that.
Why doesn't she just say, "Hey, Fran, I knew your parents"? Why didn't she just say that?
Yeah.
Why is that flashback okay?
Well, I guess the only thing I can think of is that maybe kind of like she says, like she regrets not training him. Maybe it's just the guilt of she blames herself that if she had trained him, they would have been able to take on the blue cat, and so it's her fault that they weren't prepared.
Yeah, so that's why you say, "I'm sorry, Fran."
Yeah,
Fran, yeah, she easily could. I'm saying that's the only thing I can think. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of is maybe that was like her.
Yeah, first of all,
it's weak logic. It's weak logic.
Train Fran anyway. She just taught her a couple things. She just was giving her knowledge, but she didn't actually train her.
No, she just she just told her a bunch of stuff. Well, I think she also I think maybe she would have, but then she realized like the sword is like
the teacher. Yeah,
maybe there's not a point.
Arguably as powerful as she is. And the sword's like, yeah, I can pretty much teach her anything that I know.
But the sword didn't know a lot. That's why he was asking questions too. He was trying
general, I meant like the skills thing.
Oh, yeah, the skills. Okay,
yeah. Because even she was like, how can she? She says like, how can she use thunder magic already? And then it was like, oh, because the sword can literally just. Also, that skill taker. That's a great. That was a great one.
That was fun.
I was.
When he did that to that like the rich royal. That was hilarious.
And like what weird ones too of like to grab it grabbed etiquette like level 4.
Yeah.
And then the lying thing, like essentially the gaslight skill, essentially at like level 5 or something.
I don't think he had many abilities, to be fair.
To be fair, he's probably right. Si's probably right on there.
I think I remember them showing it, right?
They talked about him power leveling and how his fighting skills were so low.
Yeah, which I do actually like the fact that whenever he scanned someone, it actually showed their skills.
Yeah, so just
like the
saying
levels and stuff. It showed everything. Like this person has a ton of skills, and you're like what? Like this actually showed.
But sometimes it took up the whole screen, and you're like, all right, now.
I was going to say I hate when it got overwhelming like that.
Yeah, but I mean that is how
90% of that's never going to affect anything.
No, God no, yeah. Well, even he says he starts forgetting. He's forgotten how many skills that he has that he just never puts points into. He's forgotten about them. I was a little surprised they didn't. Because like when he got skill taker, it made a point to say like you can only use it like every 400 hours or something.
Yeah,
I was a little surprised they didn't like have that factor in or something. Like
it felt like foreshadowing.
Yeah, like they foreshadowing. Oh, it's 400 hours. Oh, whatever. We'll use it on an asshole. They use it on the royal who's an asshole, and then all of a sudden like the next fight they're like, ha, skill taker, and it's like. The voice kicks in and it's like you are still 300 hours on cooldown. He's like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But that was a great one. I did love how the royal just slowly because they just took his skill, it led to him like effing up in a big meeting, led to him like getting an arrest put out on him and like essentially just being like shut, like he now is going to be like put on like house arrest for the rest of his life.
Yeah, but he was already on house arrest and then he escaped.
Now it's worse.
So money.
Now it's worse because he like hired the assassin.
I'm gonna get my revenge on you, and this is like.
And then didn't they say he was also responsible at the end for giving the spider people that liquid to make them more powerful? I thought at the end like the
other kingdom.
That was
that was right. The other kingdom, yeah. Where they said like, oh yeah, because it was like.
They wanted to get overwhelmed so they could take the dungeon for themselves.
They want the crystals that it spawns.
Yeah.
At the end there.
I thought Mark was right that they made him do it or something.
I thought I heard his name, but maybe I was wrong.
I thought they showed him doing it.
I don't remember them showing him doing it.
No, not showing him, but I thought I heard at the end them saying that like he had hired the other kingdom. Like the person that they captured.
The opposite.
I thought it was it was the end episode. It was like I thought I remember them saying something about like that person that gave the spiders that liquid was given the vial by the other guy who had like hired the other kingdom to be.
Yeah, I don't remember, so I can't say yes or no. I just don't remember.
But I could be wrong, but I thought I had heard his name, but I could be wrong.
What's his name?
I don't freaking know.
Something stupid.
So yeah.
I just thought I remembered something about that, but I don't remember exactly.
I remember 3 names from the show. Let's talk about. Remember, so the dude who owns the shop that they bought all the pans and spices from.
Yeah,
I dude
dwarf.
Rough. No, not the dwarf.
What is he? What
the
is
big
he?
guy?
Oh, the big guy.
The one who was in the orphanage.
With half his face cut off.
The guy that used to be an adventurer. The guy that used to be an orphan under.
Yeah. And she
Amanda.
had that whole scene when she was talking to him about it. Yeah, I remember.
I don't have anything to say about him, but he looked rough.
Yeah, it is also interesting that I don't understand the time. I thought it had been like relatively a decent amount of time.
Was that guy's name.
But like
Rufus,
when she's talking with Rufus in the shop, she's like, "Oh, did you get any customers in?" He's like, "Yeah, the other day," which generally means yesterday. A black cat came in and bought a bunch of spices.
She was like, "That must have been Fran."
Yeah, but usually when someone says the other day,
the other day usually means like a few days, like within the week.
Yeah, but
that dude's taking some head trauma.
Yeah,
so
but that was before he left
base our
anyway. So
timelines on
I was kind of confused.
It confused me because I thought it had like been a like decent amount of time between her buying spices and all the curry stuff. Like,
it was nonstop adventure constantly.
No, because it was only like a day since she was.
Yeah, those dungeon things happen in a day. It's been like
I know that. Yeah, I thought like the training took over the course like a couple days or something.
No, it feels like all 11 episodes were like maybe a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Aside from his time in the ground, a couple of months.
Yeah. Outside of that, this anime happened in less than a month. And he dipped.
No,
which is pretty accurate with how a lot of them do they move off.
His name is August.
Who's this?
The noble.
Oh, yeah. We've talked about like 9 things since then, though.
I was like, trying to figure out where you would go with that too. So I was like, what? Whose name's August? But yeah, what do y'all rate the anime?
I liked it. It's one of my like I said, one of my favorite teacher animes. But I want Sai to rank it first.
C-.
C-. That's not bad for someone who didn't like it at all.
That's not bad.
One of my lower rankings.
All right, I guess I'll go next. I'm going with a C+.
Wow.
C+. Okay. All right. Surprising for Athgeek. I was expecting higher.
All right. I just
Athgeek's a tough grader.
Yeah,
he is. He was just so excited.
But I think this is above average anime.
Yeah, that's true.
No. Well, I think that goes based off your like because you enjoy it. Like, when I take it, I don't think of it from just me. I'm talking about like objectively how if a bunch of people watch it,
we don't.
Where would they put it? And I was like,
who cares
average
what
out.
they would
like,
put it.
Yeah, no, it's your rating, not their.
Who cares about other people?
Yeah,
I'm saying that's how I do mine.
Athgeek, don't sit there and pretend like you care about other people when you're like submarine meme. That guy's dead.
That's a valid point.
That's different. That was different.
I did have a large debate about that earlier with some friends. Not a debate. We were just like talking about.
I was about to say a debate.
Not a debate.
I was about to ask, like, how do you debate?
Not a debate. We were just talking about how none of us really.
If it's sank or not?
Yeah. No.
It's
so funny. We were talking about
like,
how none of us really felt bad.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason. One of the reasons you don't feel bad. Sai, are you caught up on Dr. Stone?
Yes.
It's so crazy because, like, in a recent episode, he was talking about.
Because I watched it up.
I'm with you. That's where I'm at. He was talking about Dunbar's number, which is this theory that based on the size of your cerebral cortex, you can only care about so many people. And like when they examine monkeys, the bigger the cerebral cortex, the bigger their tribe was. And like the way your brain works, you separate people, however many there are, up to like humans can like about 150 people, and anyone else they don't care. And I was thinking about that a couple of days ago when I heard about these billionaires drowning, and I was like, yeah, that's not one of my people. I don't care.
That's a lot of people like that could have been your family. I'm like, nah, couldn't have. I don't think so.
No,
I'm not.
There's no one in my family.
No one I know has 250 grand just to drown.
Yeah, no one in my family could just throw.
Not only that, it was like the someone like a friend of mine like was found the
if you want to get into
the waiver that
your friend found the sub.
No, yeah, no. The waiver thing, and it mentions like in the waiver like 9 different ways that you could die doing
any
it.
of them?
I'm sure one of them was probably implosion.
Was one of them someone takes the Logitech controller out of the USB port?
I love that they were using a Logitech controller, just slightly modified. And then they even said,
to be fair,
I mean,
didn't even get a
the
PS5
U.S.
controller.
Army uses an Xbox
yeah, but there's
controller.
a difference. Like that was tested up the ass. The Army did. Like I read the articles on it. The Army like took advice from junior officers saying that like this is easier for us to use than a $30,000 wonky equipment, but they like tested it a lot to see if it was actually like going to work.
To be fair, though, to be fair, Si's right when he says that, because video game controllers are designed to be easy to use. So
yeah.
why would you spend $100,000 testing a controller you invented when Microsoft already spent
for
$2 million making sure this controller works
and
good?
it's been upgrading it for what 20 years?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It was just it was funny. There was like a ton of lawsuits against the company. The CEO, there's like he did some article where he said that he didn't hire anyone over the age of 50 that had experience like in that engineering field because they weren't innovative enough.
Yes. Anyway, guys, stop getting off topic. Reincarnated as a sword. I'm going high. And one of the reasons I'm going probably the highest is because I probably had the lowest expectations. I'm completely over Isekai. I'm completely over anything that has the word reincarnated in it. But I liked it a lot. I'm gonna give it an A-.
I'm not against Isekai. I just don't expect them to be great.
I'm checking out with reservations. I'm gonna check out season 2, and it better be good.
I'm going. So I did enjoy it. I actually did over enjoy it. So I'm giving it a B+. I did enjoy it.
We add them all up, we get an A+.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure.
Top 10.
Anime math.
Anime math. Everyone's new top 10. Size number 1.
Bullshit. This is nowhere near my top 100.
Sai was going to watch it twice, but he had to watch Oshinoko.
I did not watch that, and I will not watch that.
You don't watch Oshinoko?
No.
There was no point in that first episode where I could have told you what's going to happen in the next scene.
So, let's talk about Dr. Stone, right? So, that Dunbar number thing, from what I'm seeing, offer any input. I've never seen it. Is wrong. Like, it's not wrong, just the way that they use it is wrong. Because 150 is for the meaningful context. But you can have 500 acquaintances.
Yeah.
So the way they used it in the story, I mean, it's kind of wrong. Because
it's okay.
I mean, yeah, I get it's.
You can't go. I don't think everything in that show is 100% scientifically accurate.
It's not. It's not.
So I think we need to let a little bit slide for fun.
I'll let it slide. I was just
let's let it slide and have fun. Who wants to have fun?
I just
and if the wheel lands on Dr. Stone, I'll get to watch it early.
Because there's apparently 1,500 people you can recognize.
Yeah, all the wheel needs to do is land on Dr. Stone, and I can watch it early.
And did you know that out of all those 1,500 people that my brain recognizes, none of them can ride on the ship that goes under the water? They're not allowed to.
I think I know one guy who probably could have afforded to ride on the ship. I don't know him anymore, though.
I'd never run across someone that rich.
I mean, I don't know. Technically my uncle could, but I don't see him spending.
And Mark was like, I'm not rich.
I'm not at all. Are you kidding me, man?
Your uncle's rich. That's close enough.
Not really. He's an asshole about it.
So
yeah.
Still
Mark's pretty sure he's the prowler. Hey, Mark, pull the wheel up.
We're all poor.
Mark, you better have the wheel.
We all eat rice.
I always have the wheel.
Just rice.
You didn't have the wheel last week or 2 weeks ago.
That's because I was at home. I was at home. I had my shitty laptop where it's
why
not.
aren't you at home now?
Because I'm back in Wisconsin. I was in Michigan 2 weeks ago, visiting like my parents.
Yes, Sai.
So you're not at home now.
I mean,
he's home now.
I meant
Remember 2 weeks ago?
I know.
He was in Michigan.
I
was at the ocean. We were all everywhere. We were
everyone's in different places. Athgeek had like a weird doll thing in his arms. It was really
odd. That was a baby.
He had a doll in my arms. I was like, wait, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, that did happen. That feels like much longer ago.
Athgeek's entire room was covered in poop and puke.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Does anyone have anything they want to add to the wheel that they've started watching on their own?
Sure, Athgeek does.
Nah.
He's
watching enough on there.
Athgeek has 3 episodes of an anime that's not done yet.
He's like, add Shino Monikano. There's only a quarter of an episode out, but I really like it.
I paused halfway through.
Add Mashal if it's not already on there.
Please.
Mashal's not on there. Let's add it.
Yeah.
I've watched this twice already. Please don't.
Well, that's
why do you keep watching it if you don't like it?
Because first time I watched it by myself. The second time I wanted to watch with my brother to show him how bad it was, and we could make fun of it.
Alrighty, well, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Let's see.
Add that one and Birdie Wing if y'all don't have Birdie Wing on there already.
I'm pretty sure that's on there. I'm almost
add it again.
Yeah, it's on there.
Don't add things twice.
You can add Magical Destroyers as well.
Do you have Digimon on there?
Do you have Magical Destroyers on there?
Right there. It's highlighted. Digimon? We've already Digimon. Sure, we'll pretend it's on there.
What about Eden Zero?
Don't pretend.
Put Eden Zero on there.
It might be on there.
It probably is. Digimon on there? Digimon Tamers is on there.
Good. We already watched Tamers.
Well, I didn't remove it. That was on your wheel. If it lands on that, we'll watch whatever Digimon season is.
Oh, we didn't watch Tamers. No, we didn't. Because we skipped it.
Yeah. Well, there we go. There's Digimon on there. So
okay.
I'll rewatch that one if y'all do that one. That's the best Digimon. Like
when I said it, you were like, no.
Yeah, I just don't want to watch Digimon.
That's true. You did argue with him that it wasn't the best Digimon.
I don't know. My mind changes every day. Hey, y'all have fun with that.
Bro, this is
we'll all have fun with that.
Hey, you'll be there.
This is way better than Sword.
Somebody pronounce the name of what I just
Fate
saw.
Apocrypha.
Yeah, Fate Apocrypha. I'm looking it up right now to pull up the description.
It's a Fate series.
Well, it's on apparently it's on Netflix.
Yep. Actually, Apocrypha.
Okay. Summer 2017. So suck it, Athgeek. After 2015, now you have no choice but to watch it after you made that comment.
I'm seeing that it's rated R.
The Holy Grail
is everybody comfortable with that?
No.
I'll put on blinders.
I think I'm an adult.
25 episodes. The Holy Grail is a powerful ancient relic capable of granting any wish and holder desires. There retain this power various magi known as Master summon legendary heroic spirits to fight for them. In a battle royal, the Holy Grail War. Only the last Master Server pair standing can claim the Grail. The last war ended inclusively. Grail disappeared. Many years later, they announced some Yagdal Millennia announced its possession of Holy Grail. Yeah, tends to leave Mage Association. In response, they send people to get it. Everyone's killed, but
no, you're fine. Whatever.
Mark, I was trying to tell you. I could tell you what it's about.
Nothing you just said explains anything to me about.
I don't know, man.
I can explain it.
I'm thinking vampires, probably.
No.
That's the synopsis. So
technically, there is a vampire in it, but no.
Ew.
It's about vampires.
No, it's not. But so basically, the conceit of this series of Fate is that Masters summon servants to do battle so that they can win an all-wishing cup. And in this, and it's usually, I think, 5 or 6 classes. So there's 6 people in it. But in this one, the Grail is corrupted, and there's 2 teams of 6 or 7 looking to see who gets to be the winner of the tournament.
So it's like that Harry Potter movie.
No.
Sounds like that Harry Potter movie.
What Harry Potter movie?
The one with the cup or whatever?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Harry Potter and the Holy Grail.
They were not fighting to the death.
Harry Potter and the Fire Cup.
They were not summoning mystical spirits from.
I don't remember the movie, but I feel like that's what happened.
No, it's not. It's definitely.
When's the last time you watched it?
I've read the book.
Harry Potter?
I know exactly.
When did you read the book?
10, 20 years ago.
That was 20 years ago, so you couldn't remember, right?
I could, but I could also remember exactly that it's not that.
Pretty sure Harry Potter is in a cup or something.
No.
Probably. Are we watching? Are we watching just part one, or are we doing both parts? It's 25 episodes total.
We're watching 25.
We're watching. Yeah, it's just one season.
Yeah, Netflix has it. Like, if you watch on Netflix, it has it separated into like 2 seasons.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Netflix is weird.
They are.
All right, so that's awesome.
Yeah, a different one. Fate something.
There's Apocrypha.
Fate Apocrypha.
Fate Apocrypha.
There's
right.
Fate, Stay Night, Fate. Heaven's
Field. Man,
and there's 9 Reincarnated, and we watched the sword one.
Fate, Stay Night. I saw the first episode of that. It was on a DVD that came with a Otaku magazine that I got in 2006-ish.
Probably. That sounds right.
That sounds right. All right, Mark, take us out.
All right, everyone. If you made it this far, you know what to do. Your parents are almost home, so it's the time to pop out that old VHS tape, put it back in the box, sprinkle some dust on it, put it back onto the bed, and then get ready to take it out next week for, I'm assuming, what is probably going to be the quiz.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm prepared.
Yeah. All right, sweet. And then
I've invited people. I've written quizzes. I'm 100% on top of this.
The week after that, where we review Fate Apocrypha, whatever. I don't do words. Sorry, I'm tired. It's been a long day.
It's like the book.
This is like the third. This is like the third recording I've done today. I'm very
okay. That makes sense. Bible
words.
Bible Apocrypha.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. And then we'll be back a week after that for a special secret surprise. So you should stay tuned for that.
This just means we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
What's a secret? Oh, you're like in 3 weeks we got a secret surprise.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't want to tell them about that yet. I'm working on something. Sure.
It's a special secret.
All right, let's just stop talking and we can end the show.
It's a tier
we
list.
gotta wait for Sai to say something weird.
Why?